talked to Lizzaylia about... Oh, wrong way. About her... She's talking about how she likes the Katarina merch. She has the egg and she has the plushie. And I said, well, do you want a portrait? And she said yes, because I have an abundance and... Her door is open. I figured Lizzaylia would be the one in here because the door was open and I'd seen her.
When did you get here?
Like a minute ago.
I see. Lizzaylia.
I know she made a comment today about how you patted up her bed.
I did.
I guess this is retaliation?
Most likely. Oh? Has Professor Krypton sent you a missive?
No, she has not, but I was asked to tell you that you likely need to check on Lord Leonidas, if you haven't already, since last night.
What has happened with Leonidas?
I don't know. In passing, he had mentioned that if I see you, I could just let you know if he didn't see you first to check on his stitches.
That concerns me. There's something else concerning.
Oh, he literally just sent me a missive saying, never mind. So, never mind on that fact then, on the stitch checking. That's interesting timing.
I probably will go check anyway. Though, I believe we have another concern.
How so?
From what I am being told, someone of our court may be cursed.
Who?
I have not been told yet.
I see.
I'm trying to get that information.
Well, I actually was coming over here because I was going to leave a picture for Lizzaylia. I gotta figure out where I'm going to put it. Where do you want me watching you from? It is a picture of me.
Huh?
Where would you want it to be watching you from? It is a portrait of me.
Oh.
It's my Rose Festival
what
outfit.
a lovely picture. Why is it in our room now? Not that it's a bad thing, just...
Well, I was talking to Lady Lizzaylia today, and she has the egg from the egg hunt of me, and she has the plushie. And she talked about wanting more Katarina merch. And I mentioned I have portraits that I've painted of myself I haven't hung up in my room yet if you want one. And so I let her pick between this one or the one with me with black hair, and she picked this one. Yep, so that's here now.
One moment, sorry. There, isn't it lovely now?
Just giving back the things that got thrown around the room.
Exactly, that's all I'm doing.
This.
Alright, I am going to go see what this is about with the curses, so...
Alright, I guess keep me informed on it then. I'm gonna put another painting of myself up in here.
You're going to what now?
Put another painting of myself up in here.
Lovely. Can you put it on that wall this time?
Yes, I can.
On my side, I'd like it.
You'll get the one with me with black hair. So.
Lovely. Also, lovely dress.
Thank you. I still need to... I want to wear the one you gave me, but I haven't figured out what occasion I want to wear it to yet. I hosted... It was the cultural exchange tea party that I had mentioned back on Lunar New Year's to a couple ladies. And so I had that today. I think it went well. Nothing super interesting in terms of gossip. It was truly just exchanging, like, traditions and historical things, honestly. Kind of boring, but it's... hearing it from people who have more vested interest in it is much better than me studying it out of the book from home whenever I was learning about other courts, so... valuable to me, nonetheless.
Also, I would like for the curse to be kept, well, probably not tell anyone just yet, just in case. Well, we don't know who did it, so if word got out.
Of course, I do want to know who it's affecting, though. Just because it is my court.
Tavali.
And she didn't tell me. I see. Where are you off to? Is me joining possible if Tavali's there? Because she seemed fine whenever I was speaking with her earlier today.
I'm supposed to go to the portal, but I am unsure.
The portal.
Yes.
I suppose not then. Just keep me informed. I'm going to hang this then.
I will make sure that she is safe and that we figure this out.
All right.
Right.
Tavali's potentially cursed, or is cursed? I guess I understand the reaching out to Daphne because she is more adept with magic, but why would I not also be reached out to? Well, there is now both in your room. Daphne wanted one for her side. She said she was about to retire. Imagine that she would come back to her room, but perhaps not. Why are there so many backpacks in here? Okay. So that can go there. Go there. Get them put away. That can be put away. That can go in there. There, there, there. I still need to give the box of treats to Leonidas. Any new mail? No. I didn't expect so. I had just checked my mail not too long ago. I kind of want to go to the Nether if it means I can get to Diwali. In all honesty. But I don't know what's entirely going on with me either, and so if she's cursed, and if I continue to be subjected to what the Nether is subjecting me to... I'm worried. I am. Is she telling me now? A little delayed, given that I heard from Daphne already, but... Perhaps I can also get some intel. What's she gonna say? She's checking if I'm around, so she's likely to follow with something. And can I send this? No? No. I am on my way. It might be another trip. I'm not ever going to say no to Diwali. I'm not willing to say no to Diwali. Part of me becoming soul and taking on the pressure was to make sure she didn't have to. She has enough on her plate with the church, and I didn't want to overbear her with more if she had to take up the responsibilities instead of myself. Now she's in danger here. Someone's cursing her. Pardon? So maybe Lady Riley probably knows better than to me knowing?
To check for a more complex curse.
All
Essentially
right.
to...
I can't hear you if you're speaking.
I'm not.
Hi.
What we need to do is we need to check for a complex curse. A simple curse check didn't work, but it would be prudent of us to have all available evidence and to keep a close eye. Because the situation is, if this was in fact a curse, this was an assassination attempt.
An assassination
I don't
attempt on
believe I have a
Diwali.
crystal ball with me, though I can make one quickly. Basically. If it is a greater curse, which it sounds like it may be, I
On
believe we'll have
Diwali?
to perform the cleansing ritual a few different times.
All right.
Let's see. Alright, let's head back to the dorm. I recently have not been very fond of just standing in the open, as fun as the bracelets are, it is very easy to, I suppose, listen in.
a target to volley.
So Katarina, randomly on a trip with Miss Bella, I started getting poisoned and hunger at the same time, and for quite a long time, and it was kind of strong.
How are you feeling?
Not terrible. I got a lot of potions and ate golden apples.
See, the reason I also believe it might be a curse, I don't think any witches have any sort of potion, or, well, lower witches have any sort of potion or sort of power to give you hunger specifically.
There were also no witches in the area.
And we are certain. Do you have the lunch bag on
Sorry.
you?
I do, but I don't have it in my auto feeding.
All right.
It's just in my bag.
Then I don't think it would be that.
It
And all
did
of
seem-
the foods are still in there, like the poisonous potato and suspicious stew and stuff. They weren't used.
Then that eliminates that.
It did happen as she ate. However, would there be any kind of food that would cause a serious poison effect and hunger at the same time?
Because it wasn't the kind of poison you get from eating a spider eye. It was way longer and more hurtful.
It was deadly.
And we don't believe it would be, I suppose, the possible world, or maybe it was. We don't believe it to be anything like that.
It was over half a minute of a second grade poison from
Oh, a second grade.
Mm.
Ooh, a target to volley.
Yes, then I will take you to.
Right.
I will take you to my area.
apologies for the lack of decorum, Sol Katarina. We're trying to be very quick. If it's alright, we can speak more cautiously after things have calmed down a little.
I just want all the priority to be on Tavali.
Yes. The order of priority that I'm currently upholding is identifying for certain that this is a curse and not some kind of, well, accident that happened, which we're very much leaning towards. This is most certainly a curse. Then we are currently keeping this on the down low. It will be on you and Luntavali to decide how public you wish to make this situation. However, the teachers will be informed regardless. That as this is happening, well, this is likely something that may have happened on school grounds.
Understandable.
And I intend to coordinate with the two of you what further actions will be taken as this, if this is in fact a curse, then if we didn't have golden apples and healing potions at the ready, this could have been deadly.
Built to
So
protect
that's what
Tavali.
actions will be taken right now to be fully decided once all information is available. You are welcome to make it as public as you desire. This is being kept more on the down low to respect your wishes on how the situation is to be handled.
I see. I mean, the more information we can get is better, but and it's easier to get information if people aren't trying to hide it if they're aware.
The current people aware of this are, besides the people here, are Leonidas and Riley, who were the immediate response when it happened due to it being a likely magical scenario and the danger of it. However, they have been requested to remain silent.
Okay,
Fine.
I have everything I need. If you could come back to the back of the dorm.
You out by the circle?
Yes.
It is a small
Ray
drop.
did perform a ritual of what was it?
A cleansing
Immortality?
ritual?
No. Something that doesn't let me get hurt for half day.
That's good, at least. Though, if you are cursed, you most likely would want a cleansing ritual.
Mm.
And we can definitely see if you are here in a moment once you are back here. Wait, I don't think I have a... Where is... I don't believe I've made a witch cauldron. Hold on. One last thing.
Says she's feeling alright right now, but that it would be deadly if they weren't prepared for it. She was cursed. Whoever's behind it, they're not getting a peaceful life after this. To Volley of all people? If you're going for Solmera, go for me. It's been nothing but kind to the people at the academy.
Alright, now I should have everything. Oh. Lord Wiggles, would you please sit there? My goodness. Alright. Are we ready to go? Step in. And then let me know if you picked up any. Thank you. Alright. I'm just going to set this down here for a moment.
Oh, there's a backpack lying around.
Probably from a zombie. Alright, I am going to need your tag lock.
Yeah.
It is just one. You can confirm it's just one. Alright. And then... Magic source is not strong enough. Alright, it just needs to recharge a bit. But yes, this should tell us if there are any curses active, and if there are, then we shall do a cleansing ritual. And assuming that it's a greater curse, we should probably do a few. So let me also set that up there and start brewing a few things. If you do wander, just do be careful that the outer circle has some wither roses.
Lady Daphne,
Yes.
for such a curse, is there a delay before it takes effect?
It should be pretty instant.
Good. I'm going to ask the two that already know about it who they were with when I missed Leonidas. Those people will be in the clear.
Oh, I need a campfire here. All right. I'm sure I have materials for a campfire. Or at least I thought I did. Do you have any coal by chance?
Yeah.
Just a singular piece.
Here you go.
Thank you. All right, that is almost there.
I failed to protect her. A soul is supposed to protect their people and older sisters to protect her siblings, and I failed.
All right, salt.
Why are
that,
they
and
targeting
that.
her and not me? I'm the target. I'm supposed to be the target. She's kind and loving and wants the best for people. She's a priestess. She wants what's
Oh, I should
best for
probably.
people.
Hmm.
She isn't malicious.
Well, time to destroy my path a bit.
And they go for her. Why would they go for her? Am I too careful that they couldn't go for me? Do they expect me to be more protected and so they went for her? I'm not. I don't know anything about curses. I know Daphne has herself protected, but I know I'm not. There's no need for them to target Tavali in place of me, so they're just targeting Tavali.
Oh, I don't believe I have any bottles. I have a few. All right.
And it might not be a curse. It might be a greater curse. Can they even tell if it's a greater curse?
Okay. I am going to test it now and see what it has to say. So, very good for you. You seem to not be cursed.
That's fortunate.
And what happened?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Either that or some... I don't believe that... What ritual did you say that Riley performed on you?
I think immortality something that keeps me safe from harm for half a day.
I don't think that would clear it.
She didn't mean to do something that will clear it away.
Yes, I know. I'm just trying to see if maybe you were, and then she performed that and it did, but I don't think so. Well, at least you're not cursed, which is good. Though that is strange that that happened.
Is it possible the curse is just more powerful than the search on it is? That it can't be picked up?
I don't think it can.
Is it
A greater
possible-
curse would require more cleansing, but it should still be able to be picked up by the ball.
Is it possible that it would have run out by now?
If it is a... Let me see. If it is the specific curse that I am thinking of... how long have you been awake for, roughly?
About 5 hours almost.
It could have worn off by now.
So confirmation in neither direction.
Yes, because it would have worn off by now if you have been awake for around 5 hours.
All right. From your expertise, though, this would most certainly have been a curse, yes?
It definitely sounds like it. Again, as the book says for this curse, just so you are aware, Katarina, I believe it to be misfortune. This classic curse will occasionally apply nasty effects. These include, but are not limited to, poison, weakness, blindness, and nausea, and you had hunger and poison at the same time.
Mm.
So it is entirely possible that it could have been. And you weren't in. Where were you traveling at?
We were in a pasture on a mountain, but it's a safe area that I've been to before, and
Yes,
I
and it
built a
wouldn't.
nether portal there, so I know
See,
there's nothing.
I asked this because there is a mob in the desert that will give you hunger. So trying to eliminate that, and it would definitely not be that.
Well, you said she ate something, or it seemed like she did. Pufferfish has nasty effects.
Hmm.
All right. Does
Do
anyone
you
have a
have
pufferfish?
I actually might in my. I do indeed. I'll test it.
I can do it. It's all right. Actually, no, I can't. Oh, no, never mind. I can't. I tried.
Do you have a hand crank?
No, actually, shockingly.
Shockingly.
I usually carry around my mechanic's backpack, but
Oh.
today's not
Oh,
one of those
Tamale
days.
does. All right. And just check your back. Make sure you do not have a pufferfish in there, correct? Or do you?
No, I don't. Not in my eat. Wait, do I have it anywhere?
Do you have it in your lunch bag?
No, I believe I used it for a potion.
Thank you.
I just now remember during when I went through the one bag that you prepared, that the pufferfish was the worst one of the things, and in general, in past experiences, pufferfish is the one that if you don't prepare it properly when cooking, it's...
Yes, it's... Ugh.
If it does turn out to be just an accident with pufferfish, I'm
I'll be
relieved.
very happy.
Okay, what
you
kind
said-
of effects are you feeling?
I feel very hungry to the third and poisoned to the second, and a bit of nausea.
Valley.
I wasn't nauseous though.
Oh. Oh.
And the poison does last very long. It lasts about a minute, so...
No, but the rest
Are you
seems about
still...
right.
Definitely doesn't feel great. You are absolutely correct about that. Ugh.
No, it does not.
No, it truly does not.
How long did the nausea last?
Only about 10 seconds? 5 to 10?
Also, wait, you're taking damage very quickly.
Am I?
Yes.
I seem to... Hold on a minute.
a potion?
No. I'm fine. I guess it just was very quick.
I mean, compared to how quickly Diwali was taking damage. So perhaps that was the world.
There is... See, I do not wish to put you through this, but a sure way to, I guess, know if it was a curse or not is to recurse you and then cleanse you. Just to see if you get those effects. Though it is random, so we don't know how long it would take for those effects to show. And also that would mean recursing you, which I truly do not want to do.
The random effect to it might not really be much help.
Mm-hmm.
The
Do you
other
feel
option
nauseous
just
at
waiting
all?
like 7 days. Which one?
I guess the other option would be to wait, yes. See if anything else does happen. Though if you... Again, it seems as though you are not cursed from the... Well, from what the crystal ball says.
What foods could... Let's dial back to the foods for a moment. What foods could cause such effects?
Unsure. Just know from personal experiences, pufferfish was the only thing I could think of that is more extreme than a lesser poison, like spider eye or rotten flesh hungering.
Pufferfish seemed the closest to it.
Didn't
Yes,
really feel
pufferfish
nauseous,
seemed the
did you?
closest, but...
I know Lucielle at one point had pufferfish in her backpack without realizing and was fed it by her backpack. So I don't like auto feeding.
Wait, that's something to ask her then. If she felt nauseous when she was fed it.
This was months ago, and I know she's retired by now, so it'd be a wait.
Well... that could be something to test. We just need milk.
What specifically? Oh.
If you're auto-fed a pufferfish, if it negates the nausea. If it does, then we figured out the culprit.
I do have milk, so there's that.
Then we just need another pufferfish and to test
I
it.
do have another pufferfish.
Do you have an
Also
auto-feeder?
have a pufferfish.
There's both of that's there on the ground.
Let me know when I should eat it.
Oh, it would be to...
In
you'd
your
have to...
auto feeder. If you
Yeah.
could just specifically
see.
let it... I suppose specifically let that be the only thing that it eats. So you are not eating other foods.
Okay,
Also, does anyone have any more glass bottles by chance?
I do not.
I do. Here you go.
I've been needing more. Thank you. Oh, goodness, you had a lot.
Yeah, I have a few stacks in my cooking backpack.
I go through them quickly with tea brewing.
I go through them quickly with potions.
I see
Okay.
the nausea. I definitely did not have this.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So it. Oh goodness. So this was different.
Oh, why did I get it again? Hello?
What? Wait, that was backpack.
Yeah, but
Do you have more?
hello?
Do you have more in your
Tavali,
backpack?
you need to show your
No, I
we
had
need milk.
another.
Here, do I have another
Here, I have
bottle of
it.
milk?
Okay, Tavali, your
I stacked-
backpacks.
I stacked the pufferfish that had my cooking backpack. And I put it into my main backpack. Just and I didn't realize I was still hungry.
Okay. And it was the pufferfish again?
Yeah, but it gave me the nausea again. And hello?
No.
What?
It gave me the
You
nausea
just
again.
Teleport? Did you eat a chorus first?
Yeah, it made me eat my chorus food. I don't have my disallow on it anymore.
That's maybe no more auto feeder.
I'll get an advanced one. Actually, Tavali, give me your feeding upgrade. Oh, actually, I need to breathe.
Yeah, but no, I didn't have nausea. Because both of these times it gave me the nausea.
So, we're back to square one. Okay, let me fix this for you. Stone, gold, and alright. Here you go. Now you can pick out what exactly it feeds you, how and when.
Oh, wow.
That should stop mishaps, at least. I suggest that you filter what exactly it can feed you and then what it can't. Alright. Until we're certain, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak with Professor Castiel and Professor Seren about what could cause effects like these.
Do you have a curse protection poppet?
No.
I would love to give you one. May I please have your tag lock back for a moment?
Yeah.
Katarina, do you also have a curse protection poppet?
No, I don't.
I will work on getting you one. I had an extra one on me currently. I don't believe I have the materials to make said poppet at the moment. Let me double check. Oh, I might. Let's see. Svale, this is going to sound odd. Do you have 4 wheat by chance?
I do.
Alright, can I have that?
Here you go.
Thank you. And Katarina, may I take your tag lock? Right, there we are. Let me make this poppet for you. That is. We are. And there is that.
Thank you.
There. Now you should at least be protected from curses. I keep that on you. It is called a poppet shelf. Let's see. I don't have any ectoplasm on me, so I cannot make you one, but it is very simple. If you put the poppet in there, it still is active, but you do not have to carry it on you all the time.
Okay.
There's that.
You.
All right. I'm very glad that you were not cursed,
Yay!
though I'm very concerned on why that happened.
Probably not cursed.
Yeah.
That is definitely something that I truly cannot think of anything else. And
Really
it doesn't
don't know.
it doesn't help that you've been awake for quite some time, so it may I just truly do not know what other food might be able to give that. Or what thing. I really don't know. Let me keep looking and seeing.
So, Katarina,
Yes.
are there any other actions besides the ones that I have mentioned I intend to that you believe I should take? Or that you would like me to take?
Not currently. Since we don't. Suppose we more or less don't think it's a curse, but I don't want to rule out the possibility in its entirety. I know I myself am not too knowledgeable on curses, but for what's recorded in the book, I wouldn't put past there potentially being more over it that isn't recorded.
Very well. For the time being, I would simply recommend to Vali that you make sure to carry resistance on you, as advised by others.
Mhm. I'll keep potions and golden apple and the curse puppet on me.
Probably some milk too.
Yes, probably some
yeah.
milk.
I have it in my cooking backpack.
Prescription milk.
All right, then. Are we good to head back?
Very well. Oh, perfect. I have your.
Give it a moment. If you will.
That's yours.
Thank you. All right. Well, that's again very good. But now what to do next about that?
For the time being. Oh,
Yes? was going to say thank you for bringing it to my attention to double check.
And all I love is waiting and, well, as soon as I'm able to contact the other professors with questions and still a general report, as if this is by any culprit, it's still very serious. Until then, if I were to make any advice, you simply wait and ensure that the valley is safe and with potions and milk at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
To like privacy to discuss as a court? Or
If you wouldn't mind, I more so just want to talk to my sister out of concern. It's less of a court and more of a
of course.
scare of
I shall
siblings.
step away then. I shall step away.
I can talk to you again briefly, Daphne. I'm going to talk to Tavali real quick.
I'll be inside.
Ooh.
I am not going to put you into a dirt block, probably. Okay. I'm not used to climbing with other people.
Oh, you do it so well.
I'm glad you're feeling okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I meant to protect you, and if it is a curse, I messed up somewhere. I don't know why someone would target you and not me.
Well, apparently it's not a curse, so...
I don't know. I don't know much about magic, but I also don't think everything to be known about magic is going to be recorded into one book. I feel like
true.
that's a naive way to think about it.
But it's not on you. Maybe I offended someone and I didn't notice. I don't know.
I just don't think you're capable of offending someone, so if you are cursed, I feel like it's tied to me. Because I did something
No.
and they figured I would have protection against it. I didn't, but I could understand the thought that I might.
But I don't know. I was wondering a bit on why it was me, because well, yeah, Loon, but
It's like,
not
but
in a, like, leading position.
no, and you're nice and you're a priestess. I don't see why, even as your position of loon, there would be no reason to target you specifically unless they're trying to go after something close to me or to try to get Solmera as a whole to point their swords elsewhere, which I can't say that's not the case because I felt like people have been doing this. Cinderloon primarily recently. I even had the High Chancellor approach me and try to give me his tag lock, which I burned. Because
Why?
I've asked Daphne to keep quiet about this just because even though I do believe he tried to do it, there is no evidence for it, and the people who could have witnessed it are his own court. But while Daphne's back was turned, she felt someone try to get her tag lock, and he was the one that was behind her.
Oh, wait, what?
And he's very much denying it. I would expect him to, because there's no reason to try to get someone's tag lock secretly unless you have malicious intentions. But ultimately, I'm sure, well, he is aware that Daphne told me, and that's why he had a meeting with me and tried to offer me his tag lock. And I burned it because in front of him, so he knows I don't have it. Because if I have his tag lock, that means if he gets cursed, he can say, well, Katarina has it, or had it, and so she's probably the one that cursed me. And
Yeah, they could even stage something like that. That's just a weird thing to do.
I don't know, but after the book that calls us to action and claims that it's not meant to be that way, and that's being written by Cinderloon, him trying to take Daphne's tag lock, and now if you were cursed and it being they would have had to take your tag lock. It just, I don't know. I know it could have been something, hopefully something just miscellaneous that isn't serious and was just an accident, but I'm worried that we've hit the tipping point at the academy, that people are turning more aggressive.
I'd rather hope not. It's... Well, okay, I guess after that piece of it, I thought it was difficult to imagine anyone wanting to do a curse, especially when it could be, like, dangerous. There's one thing about that scare at the beginning of the academy where, like, oh, the voodoo puppets are moving people.
I mean,
That's one thing, I think, but...
I don't know if they're seeking to ruin Solmera power balance. Seven's already neglected Soul. And so, if they take you out, that leaves the only successor besides me, and I am just one person that they could also eventually take out. And honestly, if they do manage to take you out, I'm probably not going to be in the mental state to be Soul.
No, they won't get me. I'm too strong. But no, I really do not understand what happened.
I don't envision you having enemies. I feel like if someone is targeting you, it's because of Solmera being your last name.
I suppose.
And I'd much rather them target me. I am the soul. I am the better target.
I'd rather neither of us gets targeted.
No, but you're my precious younger sister, and you're very adorable, and you don't need to get cursed or hurt or anything bad happening to you.
But you don't either.
I accept that there's risk with me being soul, and I'm very aware of that. The position comes with the responsibility and risk. I accepted the soul position. It wasn't forced upon me. You were just born a Solmera. You're a priestess who's supposed to care for people. There's no reason for you to be targeted or deserve to be targeted.
Maybe it's just not the targeting at all.
I hope
maybe
not.
Just we're a bad patch of grass, maybe.
I did want to ask on your outfit, because I feel like you normally have red trim. Is there a reason you're in blue today?
Oh. Yeah, me and Miss Stella were actually on a trip to do a burial.
I see. I assume for her family.
No, we were looking into the corruption stuff, and we encountered a mass. Not grave, considering the bodies were not buried.
Another village that got wiped out then? Do you think it was another person like the one we have in our tower?
We found some books by, I believe that one person that's like keeping like books in the crypts and stuff. And stuff that pointed towards the old hometown of a past Valara from a few hundred years ago. And we're a bit worried that it might be that Valara had written down some ideas that might have sparked something of those cultists.
I see. Do you know if there's any connection between the corruption and the Nether?
I haven't found anything connecting it to the Nether. So far, it seems to only be centered on the overworld, as well as the moon.
So my hair isn't
in
likely.
a sense of the Valara was not
tied
a
into it.
panel
No
of
need
few
to worry
priests
her
that
then.
left the church due to their belief in solely the moon, and not the sun.
I see. Well, I hope that it does get resolved, and I hope you don't come under the effects of poison and anything else again.
I do as well.
And keep the poppet with you, and keep milk with you, and be safe, please.
I keep so many golden apples. I have enchanted golden apples, regeneration, instant health, the
I became
it's
soul
not
because I want to
reason.
protect our region, but I also became soul because I don't want the weight of it to have to fall onto you when you already have your obligations to the church.
Mm.
I don't want you to have more weight on your shoulders. But if you're gone, I guess I'll still be soul because I have to protect the people, but I'm not going to enjoy it as much.
No, when somebody was going to say when we're grown up, but no, when it's school is over.
When we're grown up. Is it because we're both crouching and making ourselves like shorter?
Yeah.
When we're old and our hair is
thinking of-
white.
Because I'm thinking of being back and just in a school setting of teachers. But no, even in the previous time, and we're busy with our duties, we still have our tea time and our meetups.
I wouldn't miss them for the world. I will always make sure I host them and have the time.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this is just a bit of a scare. It'll go over.
I want to talk to Daphne because I still need to update her about the High Chancellor and the taglock situation as well.
Oh.
But if you come under effects of the potions again, please make sure I get informed on it.
I will. You'll be kept up to date.
Thank you. I was with Daphne when she got the missives from Professor Cribden, and I had to be like, who's cursed? And then you missed shortly after.
Yeah. I initially wanted to wait because we went to Leonidas first to make sure, well, if it even was a curse. I'm like, okay, if it isn't a curse, and it's just like, I don't know, bad food, I didn't want to, like, ring the bell and blow it up into something.
I'd rather us be panicked and worried and it be over nothing than us to not be panicked and worried and it be something.
I guess that is true.
Well, I think we can move on then. Yes, I don't know what your rest of your plans are, but I'm checking is where Daphne is.
I just need to bring something to the mailroom.
Well, I kind of don't want to send you off alone right now either, so while I wait for a response, I might as well walk with you.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me respond to some missives.
Awesome. I was ready to cry whenever Curtin said a potential assassination attempt, by the way.
Yeah, well, I was really scared.
I was going to start crying. That's why I was quiet. I was like, no!
It's okay. Well, good news is that it isn't that, at least.
Probably isn't that. Shouldn't be that. If it is, I am going to seek a very extreme retribution. I am vengeful. I get all petty and upset and hold on to a grudge when it's just a lack of greeting. Imagine what I'll do if it's an attack on my younger sister.
No, I can't believe anyone at school would attempt an assassination. So,
There's also the chance, I guess, that it's someone not at the academy.
Which I have been sending letters about that situation back home to the church, but I never mentioned, like, details about it. So I don't think someone would find that much offense with it.
I don't know. My mind goes to the worst of things, and I don't want to fearmonger either. You know, I nearly forgot where the mailroom was for a second because I never use it.
You haven't used it for a bit now.
I hand stuff off most occasions at this point.
Yeah, I don't use it to send letters to students, just outside of school.
Oh. My letters outside of school are pretty much always going to father, so a messenger comes to me and I pass it off to him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mine are just going to one of my friends at the church, so... Miss Stella wants to check in.
If you want to go
She's
meet
so
up
worried.
with her, that's fine. I'm also still worried, but
I know.
feel free to sleep in my room tonight if you're sleeping at the dorms.
I'll come sleep over.
Yes. Good luck with the conversation. I just haven't gotten Daphne to respond to me.
Oh.
I don't know if she just missed the missive or...
That's possible.
Oh, she's at that med bay. I am going to head that way then.
I'll probably just be here waiting for Miss Stella.
Alright. Is she on her way here?
I assume so. I haven't sent the missive yet.
Oh, well. Hey, wait.
Yeah, go.
You still have your umbrella out, by the way, as well.
Oh. I just decided new fashion statement indoors.
Fair enough. It makes a statement. I only knew I had mine because I saw you had yours. That made me think about it. Lady Meow's here.
Sometimes... Oh yeah. Lizzaylia still has one of her ladies at my room as well.
I have a lot of ladies and lords at the village, where the villagers are staying, and I have some at my house too. That's at Kingdom Building. Our house, sorry. there's around. I have an idea now for the kitchen, the pantry, the library, and the 2 side rooms that exit out of the ballroom. But
Hello.
Oh, very nice. Hi.
All right.
I'm going to
We need
leave.
a rain check.
I'm gonna leave you to be. I'm gonna go to my other conversation, but have a good evening.
Oh well. Good night.
I'm gonna make a group for
Yeah.
us, if that's alright with you.
What?
I'm gonna make a group for us, if that's alright with you.
Yes, that's fine.
So, I was missived by the High Chancellor yesterday, wanting to speak. Honestly, I figured he was gonna want to speak about the for immediate release book, in all honesty. I didn't think he was going to
Mhm.
approach me about the tag lock situation. He didn't confess to it, but he was like, well, I'm sure you're already aware that Lady Daphne's under the impression.
Under the impression.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, he said, as I guess an act of good faith in his eyes, was he was trying to give me his tag lock. I declined, and he still insisted on trying to give it to me. So I had him hand it to me, and I burned it in front of him because I don't trust him enough to not give that to me and then go get himself cursed and blame it on us or on you.
Mm-hmm.
But that is that situation. He
Interesting.
wants to, I don't know, make it. He's saying he didn't do it, but this when I said I have no use of his tag lock, his response was I have no use for Lady Daphne's, and still tried to give it to me. And I don't know, the insistence
Yes,
of handing it
I
over
just-
to me just made me even more skeptical about it.
I don't know why he would want it in the first place, mine, but he still tried anyway, so. I don't know. I just don't have the energy today for any of this.
And me running you out of me into volley conversation wasn't anything. I wasn't
No,
trying to
I'm
exclude
not.
you. It was
I'm
me
not.
being sappy with her, and
No, that is fine. I would do the same with Cass. It is quite alright. I
Well,
just.
ultimately, if it is an attempt on her life, she hasn't done anything to have enemies for them to
No,
be
she
targeting
hasn't,
her.
which is why
so
I would. It makes no sense.
they would be targeting me, would be my thought. Is
Hmm.
I don't know. I told her that I'm likely on a. I'm viewing the situation in the absolutely worst possible way I can, but I suppose it's also just in case it is the worst situation. But we had the Cinderloon for immediate release
Mm-hmm.
that calls us to action and felt like it was trying to get us riled up, and then him trying to take your tag lock, and then him trying to insist on me taking his tag lock, and now not Lucy, all the Tavali's curse, and curses stem from tag locks. So, I don't know, I'm suspicious.
I see.
It could all be nothing, but
Yes,
I'd rather be
I don't know which one it could be. But
cautious.
I truly hope it is nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tavali said she didn't want to make a big deal out of it in case it was nothing, but I told her I'd rather make a deal out of it and it be nothing than to not make a deal out of it and it be something.
Mm-hmm.
Knock knock, Silas.
No. Who's there?
Your worst nightmare. Roundy says you look like a villager.
Did you get a chance to check on him, or?
I did.
Your hairstyle reminds me of some of
It's
the
quite a
villagers.
nice door.
Yeah, here's the door, so you can leave.
They seem
That's
cheery.
messed up, Riley.
You said you're a boy band.
No, I
You
didn't.
said you're in a boy band. Are you in a boy band? I could be. What's your...
After
You look
being
like you
cooped up.
probably
I guess not cooped
are
up
a
because he's been
member
free
of
to
a
leave,
country club.
but it's likely good that he is getting outside and
It is.
isn't just moping
I think
about
you
in a
said
room.
think you're
I feel like that would be
Leo.
terrible.
What?
Some things that he looks like.
No.
It definitely would be.
What if I just like broke out?
But yes, it's good that he's getting out.
Okay.
What is this? Academy musical?
Though he...
The one who's next door.
he needs to be more careful.
Play
We need to be
Wonderwall.
more careful.
Today...
Too many things.
Never give you laughs.
Hmm. I mentioned to the volley I'm nervous that the academy might be reaching its turning point, people being more desperate for the crown.
Do you know... I don't know, never mind. Apologies, I'm just occupying my mind a bit.
You're fine. I did drop on to you pretty unannounced in general. When I walked
No,
by your room to
you
begin
were
with, I
fine.
just saw the door open after Lizzaylia told me to take the painting to her room, and so I walked in thinking it was going to be her, and instead got greeted by the dirt.
Yes, I also was at Kingdom Building, and I come through because I've been staying over there, and then I've mainly just been staying over there, and then coming back over here to check on people, and then I go back over there. I haven't been sleeping in my room, but so yes, I did not know that was there. It was a surprise to me as well. Yes. What else have you been up to today?
Not much really. I mentioned the cultural exchange tea party.
Mm,
Nothing of
mm.
grave importance was talked about. For some reason, the very first conversation topic was like morning oriented, and I'm not the one
Oh.
that prompted it, but that was like the first cultural topic that got brought up, and I'm like, I think
I
Persa Krebden brought it up
suppose
even,
if-
and she's the one I wouldn't want to bring it up in front of currently.
Yes, especially with what has happened with her. But
But no, they talked about that. We talked about different holidays.
So here.
Briefly talked about
Good performance.
differences within like one origin, I suppose. Like how
mm,
sea monsters, like they're all grouped as sea monsters, but different, or not origins, I guess, but you know, they're different. And then
yes.
I guess our comparison is like cat breeds in a way.
Mm,
And then demons, there wasn't really any,
No, it's great, you're
aside
doing
from like the
amazing.
genetic of like there's cold-blooded and
I'm
hot-blooded.
truly enjoying being serenaded.
mm. Yeah, but that's just genes. That's not really. Well, I guess the other is also gene. Yes.
Mhm. It was just a bunch of random things that like I guess it's nice to know and nice to hear, but
You know, I think
nothing
from now on you should never
too
have
much
to
talked
voice
about
your
favorite
lady because
moments
you
of
sing
history.
and
That was
say
prompted
that
by the
while
professor.
having blonde hair.
I
Oh,
was like,
Well,
she was
that
like,
makes
what
sense.
is your favorite moment from history, or what do you? And then like the lady was like, what do you want to go down for in history? And it's like, feels like a royal code class.
Oh. Oh.
oh. Speaking
Well,
of,
I
when
guess
when
that
do
was the
we
one
have our
you
next
told
one? I
me
don't.
because
Has
every
it
got
anything
says
been put on the
special.
board or?
No, nothing has been put on the board. I need to get to Volley the homework assignment though because I told her I
Wasn't
would.
even your own.
Do that? Hold on.
There has to be something else that we could be doing
That's.
for points as well.
I guess you.
I might have
No, you
missed
can't.
some cooking ones. I don't think I
That was your own.
cooked every
That's your
single
own.
dish.
Yeah, that's your own. Oh, never mind.
We talked about majors briefly, which I guess isn't.
I guess so magic.
I didn't entirely
Magic
intend to
that you
invite
did that. Good job.
the lady-in-waiting candidates from other courts, but that's how it ended up working out because I guess, it makes sense that the lady-in-waiting candidates are the ones that are the most culturally knowledgeable. Because that's what I was looking for, was culturally knowledgeable, but Lady Riley and Lady Leviathan are both lady-in-waiting candidates, and Lady Min was a sorcerer, or is a sorcerer candidate.
I see.
I did determine that, other people might already know this, but I just don't know Lady Leviathan, but it seems she has a very deep-seated loyalty to the Duchesses.
Yes, I assumed that as well, that she seems, I don't know, very, very loyal to them.
Yeah, she mentioned that her region, it started with talking about marriages and such, but they're a region that when they choose their life partner, that is their life partner, and there is no remarriage if one passes or if things end. And so taking off that, I assume she means she has beliefs in strong loyalty. And then when talking about lady-in-waiting things, she seemed just very close and loyal.
The sun decided to take. Oh! Did you pick that up?
I assume that's yours. Yes, the sun took you,
Yes,
and that was in your
yes.
place. They traded for you.
Yes, I was trying to move something and it just popped out.
No. Oh, another something did happen. It was
Oh.
casual conversations. Like after the tea party, me and Tavali were traveling about and ran into Lizzaylia. And while we were up at the end of the Easter egg hunt, which is over, but the shops were still there at the time because Tavali hadn't picked them up yet. So we were there for Lizzaylia to look around. I was pulled aside by Lord Dante. When his words was he's wanted to talk about the immediate release book, which I kind of found interesting. I kind of figured he was trying to scope out, well, not even scope out, he did flat out ask my opinion on it. But I imagine he was trying to scope out if I was looking to do anything about it, I suppose. Like if I was going to hold it against their court. But now I talked to him about it. He claims to agree with some of the points I made or my feelings on it. I don't know him enough to trust that. But then he went into asking me about, like, if you win, what would you do? And stuff of that nature. So he was, I suppose, trying to suss out what type of ruler I was and how I handle things.
I mean, at least it's good. He's interested. Maybe not good. I don't know.
It depends on if he likes my answers.
Yes. It does depend, doesn't it?
Yes, I don't know. I played it. I play it safe. I did answer honestly, but like ultimately, if I win the crown, I will be bringing changes about the kingdom, because I do think
Mm-hmm.
following Solmera's son guidance policy that education should be very easily and accessible for everyone. So like that would be changes going made, and in the future I would work to make sure any corrupt nobles are
Dealt
stripped
with.
of their titles and their assets and it reshuffled. But I can't go onto the throne and start throwing my weight around in power. That's not going to work. And so when he was asking me questions, I was very neutral on things
Careful.
and mentioned I wouldn't want to stir up conflict and strife right away, which, who knows? The safe answer, but I also know not everyone likes safe answers.
That is true, but you can appease everyone.
Mm-hmm. Especially with their court being so different from ours, I think even in the ideal world, they would never be fully happy with my choices. I don't think any choice I make would make anyone ever fully happy. It's a matter of doing what's best for the kingdom, not for a select group.
Mm-hmm.
So was Silas in that room?
Mm-hmm. So I've
What
seen
happened to him?
potions, from what I've been told.
I saw Lydia Toria down by the notice board. Not spoken to her, but she was down there when I was with Tavali.
Oh, the thing I requested is, they have it, so.
Oh, do
But yes.
you... I know you mainly do arcane magic. Is there other magic you're interested in that you like to mess around with?
I suppose ice. Ice is very interesting.
Lady Rosalind's magic shop had some impressive jewelry.
Oh, yes, I think I did take a bit of a look there. Unless she's added more.
I don't know if you had more or not. I bought a couple pieces. I know I mainly use my bow, and so I bought something to complement that. And just because I could and I had the funds, I bought something, the obsidian flower necklace.
Oh.
Which is for earth magic. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I have no purpose for this ring, which is why I was asking. It's just, it has a sun emblem on it, and I wanted it. So I bought it.
Can I take a look at it? Oh, it does have a sun. I see. It is very pretty.
Yes, if anyone out of the court uses fire magic, I'm gonna give it to them. If not, I'm keeping it because it's pretty. If there was anything arcane related, I was going to immediately buy it for you, but there was not.
No, I know she also uses arcane, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know if she'd sell any. I can't think of anyone in our court who does use fire, so I suppose just keep asking around, but no one comes to the top of my head.
Do you know what Mateo typically uses? I think he is major. At least I assume, given family background.
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, I'll ask him next time I see him.
Also, I need to do some trading with the villagers. I am getting quite low on funds. I truly do hope that I have enough for however much Kendra says.
What are you purchasing from him?
Turtle Scoot.
Oh, that reminds me of wanted to know. So the Dragon's Breath, I imagine you did the trade already. Do you still have a collection of your own?
Yes, I have quite a few.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because if we're going to take the court members who have not fought different bosses to have them fight them.
Yes,
I
I
remember the
have not
mention that
done
that's
the
needed.
I have not done the trade with Candorus yet, but I have more than enough to spare a few and still be fine.
Okay. I think they have an adventuring club. On the
I feel
15th?
like that's what he may be wanting it for. Either that or he may be wanting it for something else.
Let's
am
go.
not-
Oh, he's right here.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's.
Good evening, Lady Daphne.
Oh, can he?
Greetings.
Hello, apologies.
No worries. Okay, so, so
That
this
concerns
is,
me.
no. This was a horribly mundane process, and I just want you to realize that.
Mhm.
But if you wouldn't mind giving me 24 stacks of emerald blocks to count for half of the price of these, and then I'll take you up on that training. At some point in time in the
Yes,
future.
that should be fine. What was the issue
It's
entirely?
The trades are very small, so it's just a lot of.
I see. Having to wait.
Frequent trades. Yes, I think it was like about 4 each time, so it's just.
Oh,
Four,
I see.
but it's fine. I'm sure I'll be doing more mundane things in the future, especially as I need to just look at you the sandstone you requested. I'll be sure to do that soon. Anyway, though, didn't mean to interrupt anything that you both were discussing, so I will make my way.
That is
Thank
fine.
you very much. Hope this was a fun.
I was curious. What did you want the dragon's breath for again? Is it to resummon mobs, or is it for some other purpose? Just out of curiosity.
That is one of the main priorities. One of the things as well that I'm hoping to accomplish this week is that the Adventuring Club is going to be doing some boss runs for our next expedition. And while I have some Dragon's Breath, because I only have so many, it means that our runs will probably be very limited in scope. So the more I can have, the better.
That makes sense. Well, again, thank you, and I will give you some whenever I get my payment as well.
No worries. And thank you very much for your time.
Of course.
All right. Have a good night, you two.
Farewell.
Yes, to give you an amount, I have 117 bottles of Dragon's Breath.
Oh shit. Okay. I just.
Eight will be fine to spare. That is almost 2 stacks of them.
Yes, I wasn't
So-
sure how much you were trading. I just know we also needed some for our court members, so
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you weren't
fine.
trading all of it. Though I don't think anyone has signed the book. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have to go check that again.
Sign the book for.
If they haven't fought something.
Oh yeah, should we go go look? Actually, it
we
might be easier this way.
Unless we just hop the railing.
I believe they've taken backpacks at least, or the lunch boxes. No.
I made an open group.
Ah, I see.
Just so we can hear while talking. Or hear while walking.
Talk while walking,
Talk
hear while
while
walking.
yeah.
Same difference.
There's still a chair up there.
A chair where?
Up there.
Oh, why is there a chair?
I don't know. It's been there for a while.
Oh, it just blends in. Honestly,
I
didn't
notice
see
it
it for
every
a
time
second.
I walk by. I've officially, since that cultural tea party has been hosted, I am in the clear to host. I don't know what tea party I'm going to host, but to host another one because I had made plans for that one in February, and Just
It
never
might
hosted
be quite
it.
fun to host, I don't know, themed tea parties.
That's what I was thinking. I wanted to maybe do something because a lot of people still have their mask from the masquerade ball, and
Mhm.
they're gorgeous and deserve to be used more than once. So I was thinking maybe doing something with that, but that
Mhm.
needs a bigger space. So I don't know. Maybe I get the bottom floor of my house done at the very least, and do that there.
Oh yes, I finally started more on my house, which
Oh, I
I
did
was
pass
working
by it.
on.
It looked very nice so far.
Mainly trying to get the shell done first and then the details, but it's mainly the walls that I'm trying to get done. Let's see how many. I think I prepared 7, and there are 4 left.
Okay, Lucielle is the one that's written down, and she just wrote down an event idea of having a bake-off, but no one signed up for any of the fights or if they need armor improvements. Me and I just apologized for not having my armor yet, and I'm like, why are you apologizing? You're in the med bay. I'm like, I was walking around and playing Netherite, and you're doing this out of, like, probably for a reason, but I'm gonna go with kindness, so don't apologize for not having my diamond Netherite armor when you are
When he's in
injured?
the med bay?
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I mean, he's been out and about a bit too much. His stitches popped, so
Yes, I do hope he recovers fine. I do think I am going to go out to Kingdom Building and work on things slowly. I don't know. I don't know if I'm
Yes,
going to work on the village. When is this due? May 25th. Okay, I might work on the bottom floor of my house before I go back to the village again. I need to terraform around the housing plots.
What is this part?
The villagers and their professions.
I see.
I need to terraform the farming district area, and I need to make the big giant platform in the sky for our housing no longer look like a big giant platform on all sides. And is the beacon in here? Where's the beacon? I don't know if I just, it's somewhere. I know it's somewhere. I don't know where I put the beacon, and that's terrible. Like, I don't know if I gave it to somebody or if someone else picked it up after the Valentine's Day festival.
Did you maybe check the downstairs, like the area that has all the backpacks in the chest? Maybe it was put in there?
I can try. Double checking it's not on my person
I don't
again.
have anything.
Because I was setting the beacon up, like I have the pillar of iron blocks for in the commercial area. There's still that section that is only partially mined out. So I was getting that set up so it can be handled, and voila, I had no beacon in my backpack. I gotta check the chests that are over by the villager houses too, because I know when it came to my build bags, I had to just dump things, and so I'm wondering maybe it got mixed in with that. But I just gotta look for it, and it has to be somewhere.
It surely is somewhere, I'm not sure where.
But yes, I don't know if you have other plans for the night, but I'm gonna head that way.
Alright, have a safe trip. I will probably be there later tonight.
Alright, farewell.
Farewell.
I worry. It's just, I know that I'm thinking of, like, the absolute worst case scenario, but if this is Cinderloon making power grabs at Cerulean, trying to intentionally put us on edge, trying to get us to lash out at them. Just, I don't know. I don't want my court to come to harm, and maintaining peace is the easiest way to not come to harm. But if we're being egged on, trying to get us to get into something, I don't want them anywhere near the throne. This still begs the question on if I get the throne, who my heirs will be, and I would need to have proper conversations with them, but if Cassian is as manipulative as I feel he is, I don't want him anywhere close to the throne. I can't have him that close to me on the throne. I know it's keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, but if he is behind these things, what would stop him from arranging something to happen to me and him overtaking it? I don't trust him. And when it comes to the other court heirs, there becomes the matter of, I've spoken to the head heirs quite a bit, but I haven't talked to their heirs, and I don't know. If they are just an heir to me, to the throne, would I be alright with them still being the lord to their court? Lord or lady, or so crown duchess or prince to their court. Would I allow that? Because I know I myself would be vacating my place as Solus, or as future Solus, if I had the crown, because of maintaining peace with it. And I can't take Mirelle out of Cerulean's crown duchess spot, because if their court's having all these issues and they do revolt against Gar Ondine, they're going to be in a transition period, and then removing Mirelle from that is going to make it even worse. So there's always potentially her heir Waverly, but there was the curse issues at the start of the school year where Waverly may very well be the one who have cursed me. Bloodwyn has no heirs. They had Lady acting Viscountess Vestwyn for a bit, and she's who I had my eye on. I don't know. If I can pick people who aren't heir majors to be my heir, that might settle things a bit more. Javali has to take care of the church, so I can't pick her. Seven doesn't want the position. It's why he gave up Soul. So I can't pick him. Cassian being manipulative is scary. Mirelle being a puppet is scary. If someone grabs a hold of her and uses her. I don't know. And then Lady Leviathan is very loyal. In itself is fine. Loyalty is fine. But that extreme loyalty is not to me, which makes it dangerous if I ever have a countering opinion to her duchesses. Lady Min seems very far removed from her family at the academy. I don't know Lady Riley's stance. I think she's close with her brother is my impression, and I don't know. If her brother chooses to change allegiance, would she follow, or would she... I don't think she'll turn his back on him, but I don't think she would be trustworthy in itself. She's close to Tavali. That's even if Lord Leonidas changes his loyalty stance. Would I like him to? Ultimately, yes, but I don't want it to be in a way where it feels like I'm coercing him into it, because if his loyalty can be coerced to be changed, that flimsy loyalty is dangerous if it's now to me if I try to trust him and then someone else uses him. Gets him to change. So it would need to be a genuine swap. And so that's why I'm genuinely trying to be kind to him and show that I do accept him in my own way. Okay, kingdom building.